G'day, guys. It's Pete here from Clinic Mastery, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest mistakes people make in their clinic with their marketing. Now, before we get any further into this one, please drop down below, like and subscribe. It helps us to reach more people and to have a greater impact. All right, thank you so much for doing that. Let's talk about marketing. Now, there's a specific angle we're going to be taking today, and I've got a few notes written down here. So if you see me looking away, it's not just checking Instagram. All right. But we're going to talk about your ideal clients and their understanding of their problem and making sure we're marketing to the right type of people. Because often people will come to me and say, "Hey, Pete, can you help me to market to this specific client avatar?" Now, you may want to get more of them in, but when it comes to, let's say, paid marketing, which is what a lot of people want to talk about, is paid marketing the best way to get those clients in? Now, I'm going to use an example here to begin with. Now, the example could be I want to get more ACL patients or post-op patients in general into my clinic. So I want to run Google ads, I want to run Instagram and Facebook ads, and I want to get more of those people in. The challenge with this and the problem with this is that after surgery, what happens? Someone will see their surgeon, and hopefully their surgeon is going to give them a recommendation or a series of recommendations of a therapist to go and see for their rehab. Now, that person is much less likely to actually go and Google where should they go. Now, they'll either already have a therapist or they'll be going to one that they've been recommended, and there's the transfer of trust there. And so running Google ads or Facebook ads or Instagram ads at this, it really doesn't work too well. Now, that doesn't mean you can't create a strong brand over time organically in this area and get more referrals coming in, but it just means that paid ads have a low level of trust around them. Okay, people are clicking on them and they don't really know who you are. So very, very low level of trust. So it's unlikely that you're going to win that one. Okay. So what we want to think about here is what is the problem that people are aware of and how can we help them to understand and come in based on what we know that the problem really is. Okay. And making sure that we're picking the types of clients that are going to be Googling, that there is search volume for Googling, Instagram, whatever it may be. Okay, so when we're looking at problems that people are aware of solving, now I'm going to use an example here of a speech therapy clinic I worked with recently. There's two of them actually, Google Ads. They both wanted to run Google Ads and they both wanted to grow the telehealth side of their clinics. Now, what they were doing was running Google Ads for telehealth. The problem here is that their ideal clients did not think that they wanted telehealth. And so we're marketing over here, and our ideal clients are looking over here essentially. They'll see those ads and go, it's not for me. I don't really need that. I want in clinic because they go, well, that's not going to work to solve the problem that we have, or my child isn't going to be able to focus, or whatever reason it may be. But they didn't think it was for them. And so when we started working together, I said, well, we've got to change something because this isn't working. And so we did a bit of a market survey to understand what is people's understanding of the problem and what do they think the solution is. And they thought the solution was always going to be in-person therapy. Now, if that's their belief and their thought process, we can't change that very well through ads. We could do it over a long period of time with educational ads through, say, Meta, so Instagram and Facebook. Hard to do that on Google. So what we did instead was we ran ads that just said it was for speech therapy and specifically talked about the problems and didn't talk about how we solved that problem, and then got people to fill out a form. Now, once the form was filled out, we could then contact them and we created a bit of a sales funnel. So the top end, they click through, they'd see this is the problem we have. Yes, we can help you to solve that. Go down to the next level, fill out the form, go down to the next level. Then we had a sales call essentially. And a sales call is just calling someone to educate them how we can help them. And we had a specific script built around this. We knew what the common objections were going to be. We knew what they really wanted. And so we could talk them through that. And one of the common objections was, well, my child won't be able to focus. If they're looking at a screen, they won't be able to focus. And this actually came to me when I was on an airplane once. I was sitting there and I just remember there was a kid and he was very upset about whatever. And his mum just said, okay, you can have the iPad. And it clicked for me there. Just clicked straight away. What do parents do? What do we do when we want our child to just calm down, to stop distracting us so that we can do something else? Okay, we give them a screen. And so when are they most focused? When we give them a screen. It's crazy to think about like that, okay? So when we're doing online therapy, as long as we can put them in a room where there's no other distractions and have a screen in front of them, they can actually be more focused than ever. And that's what a lot of these clinics have found. And so when we were able to articulate that and talk through that objection, the parent was like, oh, wow. Yeah, absolutely. That is what I do. That makes total sense. And so once we were able to handle that objection, we could get to the next step. So we had this sales call, took people to the next step, and often in most clinics, the most senior therapists are the ones that do telehealth, not the least senior, not the juniors. They're normally doing in person. And so not only is there a high chance that the child is going to be very focused because they're looking at a screen, but they're also working with a very experienced therapist. So there's a lot of benefits to that. And so we're able to take people down that funnel. And then we could even, if we really wanted to say, look, 100% money back guarantee on that first appointment if you're unhappy. Okay, so then we have some certainty around that, that they know that, hey, they're really confident that this is going to work. Let's give it a shot. Okay. And so you can see what we did there. We understood what was the problem we wanted to solve, what the problems we wanted to solve for these families. What do they think the problems are? What do they think the solutions are? How can we talk to that in our marketing messaging? And that was the solution that we came up with, and it was extremely successful. So what I get you to think about is in your clinic, what are the types of people, what are the types of ideal clients that are going to be Googling certain problems that you can solve for them if you want to get more new clients that you can solve for them? Okay. What is their understanding of the problem? And what is their understanding what they think the solution should be? What is your understanding of their problem? Right. And what is your understanding of what their solution should be that you can offer? And when you can go over and meet them where they are, then you're going to get more leads coming through, more opportunities to talk with people. And often we, as healthcare professionals, and we do this way too often, is we don't meet people where they are. We kind of expect them to meet us where we are. And we talk in a way that they don't quite understand. We talk very solutions based, and sometimes they're not fully aware of what the best solution is, or they don't even really know what the problem is. They're just aware of the symptom of the problem. So if you watch this video and you've got this far, we've had some good examples here. Think about in your clinic, do you have enough new clients? Do you have as many new clients as you would like? If the answer is no, go through this exercise, give it a shot, because it makes a big difference when you can actually sit down and really understand these things and then look at your marketing, look at where you're paying those advertising dollars and go, are we using this effectively? How much more effective could this be if we could be more specific to where our ideal client is right now? All right, my friends, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you've taken something out of it. If you want, leave a comment below. I'll get back to them all myself, and I'll see you in the next YouTube video.